Hello and welcome to part 8 of my 1942 Pet-A-Ray restoration. I've had about a break for about a month now on the Pet-A-Ray because I've been doing other things. I've got a Lister D and a Pet-A-Ray A1 now. So I thought it was about time I finish off this one because I think it'll be the best of the three. I stripped the cowlings today. That one's been washed in petrol and sanded off, and all the dents have been whacked with a hammer to straighten them out. So that one's ready for painting. I'm going to do that in a minute. That one I got a wire brush and that will be ready. Thought I'd show you I managed to get a, well, it's on the Lister D over here, a brand new oil seal. Well, I got two of them. I'm only going to put one in. It's a brand new oil seal for the crankshaft. And over here in the bucket, I'll take a picture in a minute, is the cleaned off and filed timing gears because they were mashed with a governor spring. So I've dealt with them. I got to clean that off still, the bearing assembly there, and then be able to paint that. So what I'm going to do now is paint the cowling. I'll paint with red oxide first. You can have 3 coats. Well, that's the top cowling now painted. I'm now going to get the bottom cowling ready to paint and then paint that one up as well. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, there's the bottom cowling all painted up. I've had to miss a place there because I was holding there. So I'll touch that in tomorrow. So I'll probably leave it for tonight now because it's 11 o'clock. So we'll see what it's like tomorrow. Well, it's morning and cowlings are now dry, so I'm going to give them another coat of paint. You can hear the Lister D in the background there chopping away outside. Thought I'd give them a run for an hour or two just to blow the cobwebs out of them. So getting back to this, I'm going to paint these up. Well, there's the cowlings in another coat. I decided with the bottom cowl to paint the inside, and then after the inside's dry, paint the outside, because I've had trouble holding it really. It's better to paint for the paint to take twice as long than to take half as long and then be messed up. So I done that. It's now 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so it took me a long time to get organised to do it. And I've Lister D's out there pumping a bit of water on the Edwards pump, making up a little bit of steam. That's quite good. So I'll probably clean up the bearing plate now, on the front of the front plate of the engine really, and get that in red oxide as well. Well, that's the front plate all cleaned up and in its second coat of red oxide. It's all dry now, so I'll get that in black in a minute. I decided I'm going to paint it black, just change the colour a bit. And also got the axle done in its first coat, so that's got to have another coat in a minute of red. And 2 cowlings are in the third coat. That's all dry now overnight. So that can be in green today, so that's quite good. About a month since I took the last video, so now the engine's getting back together now. Got it all painted. Pistons back in, cranks back in. Got the front cover there painted in black. That's finished. Just finished making a gasket there for the front cover. Then that's going to be bolted back on. So I'm going to get the gasket sealer and then put the gasket on and bolt the front cover on. Well, I've got the front cover on now. Made a gasket for it. Well, I did that in the last clip, but it's bolted on. I've left these 4 bolts here loose because the cowling's got to go on yet. That's got to have a couple more coats of green and then it's on. So I'll probably touch in a bit of green here because there's odd little patches that have been knocked and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do now, touch in some paint. Well, I've touched in all the paintwork because still a little bit to do, but I ain't too worried for the minute. Cleaned up and fitted the timing gears now. You can see the governor I fitted as well. I've cleaned the weights up, brass weights. One of the springs is on, but the other one was smashed in amongst the timing gears and in the sump, as you may have seen. So I got to get another one of them. I don't think that's going to be too hard. But now I'm going to clean up the back plate, or the back cover to go over this, the timing gears, and well, I'm going to use the blow lamp for that, and then I may give it a lick of paint. Well, going back to the Petter 8 now, as you can see it's all coming together nicely. Since the last little clip I got the cylinder head on, and it's still loose. I've still got the gasket to put on, which is here. I may make another gasket because this one's looking a bit sorry for itself, but it was working right before, so it might be alright. As you can see, I've buffed the carburetor up. If I get light a minute, it's all looking very nice. Still after some governor springs. That's why I haven't really done a video in a while, waiting for the governor springs, but no one seems to really know where I can get any from. So I may end up putting the engine back together with just one spring inside. I don't see how it's going to affect it as much, because you've got an external adjusting spring anyway. So I'm thinking about that now. So this is the end of this video. What I'm going to do is get strapped back into it, because I haven't really done a lot in a few months. I think the next job is paint the tappet chest cover and get the back plate painted as well. Maybe finish off the trolley as well, but I'm not too sure for a second. So watch your space, there'll be another video coming soon.